watching the rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits,
Whoa, okay, everybody's so serious. Okay, I'll go now.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Hot Toys action figure review on the Iron Man 3 San Diego Comic-Con 2017 Sideshow exclusive Mark 23 Extreme Heat Suit Shades 1/6 scale collectible figure. I gotta give a big thanks to Siri Emerald for letting me borrow his figure right over there. If you have not yet checked out his channel, link in the description below. He is one of the more dedicated Hot Toys Iron Man figure fans out there on all of YouTube. So check out his channel, link below, and all kinds of Hot Toys updates over there as well. Anyway, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. And you can also see that we have this nice gold cover right over here that looks very cool. We have the spot varnished shades right there, looking very nice. And then you can see on the side, it's like a very light gold color. I don't know, almost like a white gold, almost like a bronze kind of hue to it. I can't really pinpoint it. It's kind of tricky, but it does look beautiful. And we get this metallic blue right over here, looking very nice. It says Mark 23 right over there. And get the camo Iron Man 3 at the top, and you can see it. And then same thing at the bottom. Then you can lift right over here, and you can see the figure inside. And then you can see Mark 23, and it's not all gold and foily, you know, and shiny. You know, it's more of like a beige color. And then over here on the back, you can see all the people responsible for creating the figure. Huh, it's Cock and Tit. When was the last time we talked about Cock and Tit, right? Well, how do you pronounce that? Is it Cock and Tit? Cake and Tit. Cake and Tit. Cake and Tit. I don't know. Anyway, on the side right over there, it says Mark 23, and it wraps around and says Shades. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Shades out of the packaging, and a pretty sweet repaint to the Mark 40 shotgun armor. We have this added camouflage all the way throughout over here. Now, unlike the SDCC exclusive Retro Bones figure, this guy is actually part of the film. He was actually in Iron Man 3, so if you want to complete your house party protocol, you can help with that, you can help complete that with this figure right over here. Now I do have the LED lights put in there, which do look pretty awesome. You can see it shining a little bit on the back right over there. They tend to dim out fairly quickly, especially on the repulsors, especially on the left side. That seems to be a very consistent thing with the Hot Toys figures. But anyway, let's get a closer look at the accessories that come with this guy, and then we'll get a closer look at Shades. But you want to make sure that you start reading the directions before you start tampering with the figure. The instruction booklet over here just shows you how to insert the batteries and how to articulate and what do and what not do. So yeah, make sure you read through all this stuff before you start messing with your figure. You don't want to break it. For a base, we get the dynamic posing flight stand right over here. Pretty sweet. This cannot be inserted with any batteries or anything, as some of them in the past have done. I still have the plastic wrap going around the side, but we do have this dynamic posing stand, which I like a lot. And you also get the clip with the soft felt right there on the inside to protect the figure. And this does have some nice paint detailing as always. We get some nice little brushed silver right over there on the edge going throughout. So that's pretty cool. I like that they add that little detail throughout on this thing. That's pretty sweet. And for the last bit of accessories, we get these 6 interchangeable hands, and then we get the 12 batteries, which I inserted in the figure, and then we get this little picking tool right over here. Unfortunately, we don't get the tiny little screwdriver, which is actually helpful. You could use your own larger, screwdriver if you want, but yeah, if you've ever gotten one of these with your previous Hot Toys, hang on to it. So we get a pair of fisted hands right over here, looking pretty sweet. I do like how we have this bluish hue in the green. It's not just straight up green. It kind of has like this tealish hint of blue to it, which is pretty nice. And we also get 2 articulated hands right over here. You can see we got this in the Pepper Potts Pleasure pose, looking pretty sweet. And then you also have the repulsor blasting hands right over here, not looking too shabby. So here's taking a look at the head sculpt of Shades, which is very tricky to shoot because this visor is so reflective. It kind of looks like the eyes are glowing, but those are just my lights reflecting in this visor right over here. It has the tinted translucent plastic, which I like a lot. Again, we're getting the blue throughout on this whole figure, looking really good right over here with the camo on top of it. So I think that's very cool. I dig that a lot. The camo looks very clean. I'm liking that. There's the top of the head right over there. And then for a head comparison, there's the shotgun armor. So this guy has some battle damage and stuff. Now, unlike the shotgun armor, the Shades does not have the Tony Stark head sculpt, and he does not have the interchangeable battle damage and stuff like that. That's unique to the shotgun armor figure. This one does have a removable chest plate, so you can take this off right here if you want to.
and I am getting a little ahead of myself, so you can take that off right there if you would like. I did have this piece come off on me, but I did glue it back together, and it's staying there just fine right now. And then just to show off the light up feature on the head, I already inserted the batteries right here, and you can turn that on. And you can see how this does look really cool with the light up feature. I like how that comes out. That looks really nice. Just looks really good with that tinted visor over it. I think that's really cool. Maybe if I shut off some of these lights right over here, it'll look a little cooler, right? Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Then going back to the rest of the figure, you can see on the back right over here, we have this whole propulsion system going on, looking very cool with the weathering. I like that. That looks very cool. I'm digging that a lot. And you can go ahead and remove this panel on the back of the figure. And come on, there it goes. And then you can see we get this very nice looking beige, which I really dig a lot. And then you can just flip the switch right over here, and you can see how he lights up on the front. And he still has this bluish hue in the light, which I think is dope. I like that a lot. And then here's looking at the arms of the figure, looking very cool. I like it. Pretty sweet. Like all those little details in there, you know. I know it's all just decoed on there, but it still looks good to me, you know. Not my favorite design choice, of course, but still, I think it's actually a pretty sweet idea. Siri Emerald had this whole theory about how this is, you know, and it's just a theory that this is kind of like the intended military theme that they're going. Like the shotgun would possibly be for the Navy, and then this would be the Army, you know, the Army armor right over here, because, you know, we never got the drones in Hot Toys form. So I don't know, it's just an idea he had, which isn't a terrible idea, but there we go. There's the repulsors. You know, I'm trying to just show off all the lights and everything, so you could see. You just lift these panels up and you put them right back down right there. So that's pretty cool. This is actually shining bright again. And then looking at the torso, you can see this separates a little bit right over there to allow for articulation. I'll get into the articulation more in a little bit. You also have some butt flappage right there, which also helps with articulation. But I really like how this gunmetal looks on the side of the legs right over there. That's pretty sweet. Same thing with the joints. So yeah, fairly clean figure with some added wear right over there on purpose. Yeah, and the feet look pretty good. So not too shabby at all, you know? Not too shabby. And there's a look at the back of the figure once more. Just gonna be thorough, and I like how the lights look right here. It does shine very well, so that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot on the shotgun armor, and I like it on this one too. That's pretty sweet. Now, one thing I want to mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my shotgun armor review, but I feel like the arms are a little on the short side with this guy. I don't know, may just be me, but I feel like the arms are just a little short. Anyway, for articulation, you can move the head up quite a bit, so I like that a lot. That looks pretty good. And you can move the head just downwards a little. You also get this weird side-to-side movement, which I'm not a big fan of. This is actually a very frustrating thing with this body mold. It kind of just sways to the side like that. You can't get perfectly horizontal rotation over here, so it's more like a neck pivoting kind of thing instead of a full-on, you know, side-to-side movement. So that's frustrating. He does have the shoulder pads right over here, and you can pull the armpits out just a little bit, so you can see that motion right there. And you can't move the arms all the way outward that much. You can move them all the way down. You can do a full rotation at 360 degrees. You also get rotation at the bicep. And then he does have the double jointed elbows. That looks really good. And then he has rotation at the wrists, and you can move them up and down. They're on a ball joint right there. We already talked about the articulated fingers. You can separate the figure right here, so you can see that. And he'll crunch over forward just a little bit and back some. And you also get some side-to-side movement over here, but you don't want to push it around too much. And you also get these panels and the butt flap that allow for the leg articulation, and you can see all that moving out of the way. And you can shift these hips up and down. There's a peg inside there that will shift up and down, and you just hear that clicking motion right there, so that shifts in there. And you can move the legs outward that far. You can have him kicking forward pretty far, and he will move back just a little bit. You get the upper thigh rotation. Then he has the double jointed knees that bend in all the way like so. And then you can detach the ankle just a little bit. Oh, I think I already did it. Hold on, let me try. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, and you can move the ankle down and up. You can rotate side to side, and he does have ankle pivot. He also has this little shifting piece right over here that I wanted to mention too. And you can also move this little back flap piece right above the heel as well. And the figure does have a little flap above the toes along with some toe articulation. Now to measure the height of this Mark 23 Shades figure, you can see that he is standing over 13 15 inches tall. And then here's shades compared to the shotgun armor. Thank you so much, Budget Stark. And yeah, these both look really good. I don't know, which one do you think is the better looking suit? I think they both look great. I kind of lean a little bit more towards to the shotgun though, especially because the figure comes with interchangeable pieces, and of course, again, we get the Tony Stark head sculpt in there. And then comparing the shotgun armor to another Iron Man 3 figure, we have the die-cast Mark 42 Iron Man suit, and you can see how much taller Shades is than the Mark 42. And then comparing the two SDCC 2017 exclusives side by side, you can see the Shades next to the Retro Bones. And yeah, I have to admit, man, the Retro Bones does look cooler to me. I actually wish I could have this guy. Yeah, I wish. But we can't have all the toys, can we, Russ? No, we can't. And then comparing Shades to your average 6-inch scale figure, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. And there's Shades attached to the flight stand that he came with, which is attached to the King Arts rotating base. I do wish this dynamic posing rod right over here was a bit longer. They do have other ones that are longer. I prefer the longer ones, so it gives us a little bit more space from the base, you know what I mean? That rhymed. But this is a pretty sweet looking variant over here. Well, it's not a variant, it is its own armor, but it is a repainted figure, and it doesn't look too bad. I don't like it as much as the Retro Bones, so if you had to pick just one SDCC exclusive for this year, I would probably go with the Retro Bones. But then, this guy is actually in the movie as well, so it's kind of hard to decide. It's just totally up to how you want to spend your money. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the figure. If you want to hit that subscribe button for more ShartimusPrime videos, please go ahead and do so. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know immediately when the next ShartimusPrime video is posted. Gotta give a big thanks again to Siri Emerald for letting me borrow this figure. Again, check out his YouTube channel, link in the description below. Also, I gotta thank all these awesome people over here for supporting this YouTube channel, which gives me the time to make these videos for you guys. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it'll be up at marvelousnews.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Was shot in your face. I said was shot in your